Hey, family, welcome to the Hype Man channel. You came to be motivated, we came to take you there. So let's grow better, be better, do better.
Yes, the hype
Go.
men are in the house. I'm Coach Green Gene.
I'm Bay Simon I, and welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming. Today we're going to be reflecting on last week's health and wellness challenge and also on the beard gains. Beard gains. Show them off, coach. Show it off, coach, real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, y'all missed the last time. Y'all should have saw he was touching the knee. He was telling you to grab the hairs and stuff, feeling the growth and everything. So talk to us, coach. Since we talking about the beard, talk to us, coach. How's the last week?
Yeah, so man, the beer games has been going really well. I think one thing base Bayside man is that I enjoy the fact that I'm just letting it grow, right? I haven't really been making, I don't know if you can see this, I haven't really been making any cuts right under here. Only thing I've been actually doing was kind of trimming around the mustache, but here on the sides, I've just been kind of letting it grow. And the beautiful thing is that the hairs are growing. They might be like a little stubbly on the side or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't cut it and I don't trim it because when
Okay.
I dress it in the morning and I apply all the different products to moisturize it and shower the whole thing, it kind of lays down, and I'm getting into a flow where I don't have to add much product. I know how to you know uh, pour and actually apply just enough to just coat the beard and not too much. I do want the product to last. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be selfish with it. And it actually, again, like I said on the last talk, it smells good, it feels good,
Yes.
and I'm having visions about what it's looking like. Because, you
Yes.
know, when we talk about some of our friends and I see some of their beers and I see somebody's that I enjoy seeing, I'm like, yeah, that's what mine is going to do. So I'm
Yes.
getting a vision of how this thing is going to grow out. Mom likes it. My queen likes it. And so she encouraged me. So thank you, man. This is coming
Hey,
along.
hey, no problem at all, coach. I do want to say, like, when it comes, like, I love to hear everything's going well. I know everybody's wondering what products smell so good. Well, what, coach? What products are you using? Wait, we are currently right now we are using new products that we want to make sure we tell you all and have refined. But I can tell you all a little bit. Last week we talked about apple cider vinegar that mix a 2-to-1 mix, 2 parts water, 1 part apple cider vinegar. This week's little nugget is it's a wild growth hair oil. It's in like a little white tube with a red cap, and I'll put the Amazon link down below. Basically, with that, you just spot touch it in the spots that you want to grow out. So for me, it's here, down here, and down here. You can also put it on your lining. You can put it on thicker parts. You can put it on the underbeard if that's the part. You can put it down here if you want this to grow on. And the instructions say 3 days a week. And actually, what I've been doing the last couple months is I've been doing 7 days a week just to see how it does with my beard. And actually, I have an update when it comes to that. Just recently, I was looking at my beard and I was like, okay, I've been doing this 7 days a week, and I was noticing things, not a shortage of hair, but I do feel that I will be going back to 3 days a week off the 7 days, because right here I just felt like my pores were getting clogged up. These portion right here, like, is super thick here, and right here is the main area that I put the wild growth hair oil, and I feel like my clogs are getting poured up. That's the reason we put the ACV wash in, to strip all the excess uh ingredients and different oils and everything out. But I feel like the excess of wild hair growth oil can overclog your pores and not give room for the hair to grow. So I see why they say 3 days. That was just a personal test for me. I've been using wild growth hair oils for 2-3 years now. I love them, but don't overdo it. You feel me? So for everything's going great for me. I have been seeing a lot more growth in here. It's closing up beautifully. Like, the gap used to be this far, and now it's half a centimeter thick now. Here, I haven't been seeing a crazy amount of growth, but I have been seeing growth going up. So I'm right there with you, coach. Like, you feel me? Like, we both killing the game. And
Man,
so
love it. Love it.
we
Love
will
it.
we will be telling you all more products that we use in the near future. So just be patient, Let us be the test dummies, and y'all just keep coming back every week to learn about our journey. So tell
Yeah.
any other.
We're gonna be the test kings. That's what we're gonna be.
Oh yes, sir. Oh yeah. Let me get it right. Okay, tell them right. Tell what are we?
Flag on the play, huh? Yeah, we're gonna be the test king, so that when we
Yes.
come out on the other side, we can actually share with you what works, our do's and our don'ts. So
Yes.
yeah.
So 100%. So that's the beard updates. So talk to me. Health and wellness. We are on now day, I believe, 16.
Yes.
And so talk 16 to 21. Coach, how you feeling?
Man, I'm glad you asked, Bayside, man. I'm feeling good. Well, the Super Bowl was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I did a little splurge because we was with, Auntie Rhonda and Mom, so we had a little splurge. But the beautiful thing about the splurge, because we were on a 21-day health and wellness challenge or journey, there was a method to the madness. So
Yes.
I did have a cup of drink, but with that drink, I had followed up with 2 cups of water. So it was like a mixture of cranberry juice and some bold ginger ale, because I like the cranberry juice to have a little fizz to it.
Yes, yes.
And I had drunk that, and then I said, well, I'm gonna make sure that I wash that down with 2 cups of water just to keep, just to keep my system clean. And so a lot of times when I fall off the wagon, I like really, really fall off with cakes, cookies, and pies, cakes, cookies, and pies, cakes, and cookies, and pies, cakes. But this time, I said that's because I'm on this challenge. It's like we said from the beginning. There's nothing wrong with being balanced and enjoying yourself, as long as you don't overdo it. It's all about balance. And the beautiful thing is, because we have set down a regimen in place, it's good to be able to get back on that regimen and be accountable to one another, rather than just falling off and just saying, just going back in the opposite direction. So at day 16, it's been a wonderful experience because, not only with the being mindful about what I'm intaking as far as foods, consuming, the fruits and vegetables during the day, nuts and things like that, and having a nice light dinner before, 7 or 8, I don't want to eat right before I go to bed. I've also wanted to let our people know that I continue with the mindful breathing each morning.
Yes.
And with also having a positive word to read from, a verse, whether it's from the Bible, the Quran, or any type of spiritual guidance that may offer you a meditation of purity to keep your mind and your vibration high, is a very special part of this process. And so for me, I have that particular part along with the mindful breathing, and it is actually add to my daily process, because what I recognize is that my awareness is open, and so I'm open to the words that are coming out my mouth, and the environments that I hang around, and also when people of accountability around me share with different things and say, hey, you might want to check that, or you might want to be concerned about how you moving forward, because that may take from you. So I hang around individuals that know how to give me constructive things to work on, and not just down at me and pointing their finger at me. Because those kind of people, I give room, And so anyway, I said that because one of the things that my wife, or Dr. Dooley, has shared is that, hey, you got to watch that complaining. And then what came to me after she said that, I was like, yeah, you can't complain and work hard at the same time. That's like oil and water.
Yeah, say that again, Coach.
You can't optimize your day or anything you're doing. So you choose one. If you're gonna complain, complain. Yes. But if you're gonna work hard, because you can't do both. Yes. So choose one. And so that really stuck with me and it encouraged me. So it started to cause me to be mindful because the job that I'm working on right now, we're building a project at O'Hare Airport. We're actually putting on adding to the international airport at O'Hare Airport, and it has a lot of different logistics involved, and it's tough to say the least. And it's easy to have a word of complaint, but when you have in your mind, look, you're either gonna complain or you're gonna work hard because you can't do both. So I'm choosing to work hard, make sure that my mouth and that my mind is in alignment of what I need to do in order to go forward. So lessons like that, that's just one of many that because of this 21-day journey, it's just been causing me to be very mindful because that's one of my heart's desires is to continue to keep my vibration at a certain frequency because I'm concerned about my health. I'm concerned about my chakras and it being in alignment and having flow, especially as an energy worker that provides therapy for others, So yeah, so far, man, I am excited, especially going through it with you and our friend Rhonda and Dr. Dula, man. This is great. You wanted to share some of the things that you are going through with your journey as well?
No, 100%. But I first want to say I really love your point. Like everyone thinks they're working hard until they stop complaining, then really get into overdrive, and they realize that overdrive they feeling that's what it means to work hard. You're not in overdrive. You actually finally working hard. When you finally put the complaints in, like, why is this happening, the boo-hoos, all that other stuff. I really love how you touched on that. I just got to I got to hype you up real quick, Coach. That was a good one. That was a good one, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
For me on this 21-day challenge, it's been really amazing. When we first started this, it was a big thing where you had told us this is not about blowing your pockets out, trying to spend a bunch of money doing all these expensive foods and all these other things. We're changing your habits. And when I say I already feel the habits being changed, I really starting with the cardio. Like last week I did 3 days a week again, and it already started to feel like a habit when if I was too busy in the morning because I was running errands for a business or heading to a meeting or doing something, I came home that evening, and even though I was tired, something didn't feel right. I was like, something don't feel right. Like I gotta move. My body feels getting stiff. What's up? You feel me? And just getting into the movement of the cardio, just for me, I'll turn on a TV show or something and start my stretching and everything, then get into the cardio, and I'm running around. I'm doing the burpees, like we said, head toes, jumping jacks, everything just to get my body moving, and everything just flowing through my body, and absolutely love it now. And every time I do it, I push myself just that little bit more because I'm already feeling my body start to adapt to, oh yeah, we know what it's like to be winded. You're good. And then I'm like, okay, I'll push it a little more. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm tired. And then I'll get into the next one. I'm like, okay, you're good. Yeah, like you're all good. You feel me? You did exactly what you did last time. But I'm like, I don't feel it yet. I don't feel winded. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm already starting to reach and try to grab that, not like to hurt myself, but to say, I enjoy that feeling of discomfort. And every time I just push myself a little bit more to get intoxicated and normalize with that discomfort. And so I've really been enjoying that. And so this week I'm going to be upping it to 4 days a week, just basically doing every other day moving forward and building that lifestyle where this is not something that's, 21 days and I'm done. No, I started this during this 21-day challenge, and I'm going to keep doing it for the foreseeable future because I have a goal in my mind. For me, my goal is, I don't know what activity the creator has in mind for me, but I know there's an activity that my body needs to be prepared to do. I don't know if it's dancing. I don't know if it's basketball. I don't know if it's soccer, but I know there's something out there that I'm going to be excellent at, but I want my body to be ready for it. It's like playing an instrument. I can't talk about how I want to be a great performer if I never practice my bass. If I don't stretch my hands out, I'm not doing the things. So when it comes time to perform, that I'm prepared. So when it comes to the cardio and everything, love it. When it comes to my dietary needs, what I've been doing is a smoothie in the morning. I eat whatever I want for lunch, but I try to keep it more compact. Like I feel like, okay, it's usually like if it's some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and some fruit, or I'll cook a pizza, only eat a portion of the pizza, save the other half for tomorrow, and some fruit. I still want to incorporate fruit within it. But within my smoothies, I've actually been loving them because it's so simple. I keep bringing this up. It's so simple. I love it. It's like,
hey, you have to show us how you one of these broadcasts. You have to show us how you do your smoothie.
Oh yes, yeah, I have to show you. I love it. My strawberry and banana smoothie is legendary. Now I'm working on. I'm right this week. I'm actually trying something new: blackberries, blueberries, and currently Walmart's out of strawberries. But I was going to add more berries into it to spice it up. But I always add this, and I'll tell you all my secret ingredient: spinach. I love it. I love it. I had a self-reflection on myself. Shout out to Auntie Rhonda. I was looking at her stuff and she was killing these vegetables. I'm like, what the heck? She's destroying these vegetables. Like, I want some vegetables too. And so for me, I was like, what if I just throw some spinach into it? And I was like, at first I was like, okay, I don't want the taste not to be enjoyable, but I want to make sure I'm incorporating these vegetables into my diet like I am with the fruit. Man, it made it better.
Yeah,
it made it better. And so right now I'm doing a fruit and vegetable smoothie every morning and evening. So wake up, do my thing, lunch, have it whatever I like, but keep it light and incorporate fruit with that. Dinner, I have my fruits and vegetable smoothie. I will say I did go overboard on Super Bowl weekend, and it what or I don't want to say overboard. I allowed myself to enjoy my day more.
Yes.
Once I completed all my work early in the morning, I spent some time with some old colleagues, and it was this second week went amazing for me, and I'm looking forward to continue it on for third week and honestly for the rest of my life. I love where my body is going. I'm already seeing the progress. I'm already normalizing not getting winded going up a set of stairs. You feel me? Like, I'm happy that I don't have to say, Amani, like, dang, you out of shape. No, I know I'm doing good when I don't even think about me just jogging up some stairs real quick, going somewhere, because my body's used to pushing itself. Cardio is normal. Like, I'm creating my new foundation. I'm creating my new flow state. This is my normal.
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it.
So when I say my health and wellness journey, I love it because it's incorporated for me, and I love it, and it's the perfect thing for me. So yeah, go ahead. Mindset, spiritual as well. But go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no, man, I want to touch on that. But before I do, I wanted to make sure that I encourage those who are listening and who are tuned in to us, and make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you tell a friend about the Hype Man channel so you can come on in and get motivated, because we will take you there. And we want to be as informative as possible. So we want you to help along with that. So down in the description, make sure that you share something that you're taking along with you on your journey that helps pick you up and raise your vibration, keeps you at a certain place and being elevated to your higher self. So go ahead, share a little piece of your journey, some of the things that you may do in your mornings, in your afternoons, as it relates to your diets, as it relates to your health and wellness, cardio and things like that. We'd love to hear about it. We'd love to respond. If it's something that you'd like us to additionally talk on, please do. I wanted to say that, Imani, man, you hit a great point. And that point was about resistance. I think about electricity, being in the construction industry as a construction professional and manage construction projects. Electricity, in order for it to flow, then you have positive and negative, that actually creates a current. For that electricity to flow, there's some resistance there. And for us to flow as humans, what would happen if we just laid in the bed and didn't do anything for a while? Atrophy would probably set in, right? Stiffness, joints not, being constricted. But the human body and the life, the human experience is made for movement and some type of resistance in order for us to grow and to enjoy the process of life. Now, the reason why I like to hear about your journey, because you've said over and over again, is that you work in the constraints that work for you. So what does that mean? Again, you're listening to your body. See, there were times like I'd bust out 200 push-ups or 300 push-ups, doing 20 at a time, 50 at a time, and I'll do that for a month straight. Then I'll fall off the wagon, and I probably wouldn't get back to it until, another 3 months or so.
Yes.
The important thing I just want everybody to know is that, like you said, Imani, this is about the journey. And so I may celebrate myself by just doing 15 push-ups every other day or every day. And then I go from 15 to 17,
Yes.
Or it might be sit-ups, 10 sit-ups, 5 sit-ups, and you steady make increments and you move along at your pace. And with those small incremental gains, you'll begin to cause them to be habits. Because what do they say? It takes about 30 days, 28 or so days, 30 days to create a habit.
21,
and so,
21 and 30,
Yeah, and so what you want to do is create a pattern and a lifestyle. A lot of times we're not able to sustain the gains and the optimizations and the goals that we want is because we start and stop. What is it that we need to do? And I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions. And I'm not talking about, hitting a high goal. But in order to get there, what does it take for us to sustain? And the reason why I enjoy this is because, again, we're focusing on 3 areas. We're focusing on our physical bodies. We're focusing on our spiritual energy bodies, as well as our mental and emotional. I know that's 4, but I got the mental, that internal, what's on our mind. And in doing so, that balance of looking at we fill our minds with positive thoughts, positive words, positive affirmations, so that we're meditating on things that keep our vibrations out. We're eating things that actually assist our vibrations to food, because you know how it is. Once we eat that cornbread and greens and smothered chicken, and right before we go to bed, our bodies are working all night. We wake up tired. We go to work tired. Somebody asks you how your day going. It's all right, and then you come home from work. Now you're blown out tired. Then you eat another big dinner. You go to bed tired. Your body works all night. You wake up tired. Done that, been there. Yeah. And so those are the kind of things that we talk about. Because every time I call you, Bayside Man, and I ask you how your day is going, what's your response?
Living my best life.
I'm living my best life. Well, if we're going to live our best life, then we're going to take the strides that it takes in order to live our best life each and every day, because it is possible. We don't have to go through the weekend and get to work and say, man, my weekend was too short. No, I live the weekend, and when I come to work on Monday, I tell everybody my weekend was amazing. Matter of fact, it was too long. I couldn't wait to get back to see you. Of course, they look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm honest, because I look forward to add value. I look forward because I go, as my vibrations are high, that I add that into other people's lives because of what I do. I enjoy what I do because I know what it is, why I'm doing what I do. But that's for another conversation. Imani, I'm sorry.
No problem at all. I love what you said, Coach. You actually hit it head, and at this point, you hit it so well. I'm like, look, I feel like I'm in a seminar. Let me write my notes down. I'm like, get erase a little bit. Oh, I like the vibrations, energy, body work. Yes. No, 100%. I love what you said. I hope everybody receives what Coach was putting out for us, because he really did drop some amazing gems for us to eat and really meditate on till we talk next week. Before we close out, I did want to say this. Down in the description, you can find all our social medias. Check us out. You can find me at Base I'm an I Linktree. You can also find me, just type it in Google, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, everything. You can find me everywhere. Type in Base, I'm in I, or Base _ I'm in I, whatever tickets your fancy. What about you, Coach? Where can they find you at?
Man, you can find me at CoachGreenGene.com. You can Google it. Like Imani was saying, put it all on the different social media platforms. And also, my wife and I, we work with individuals as well as couples on building legacy. So check us out on WeBuildLegacy.com.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much and have an amazing day. Y'all be great.
Be great.